Looks like we have a ready from both players. Good luck and have fun, y'all. Let's count you down for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Looks like we might have an NTC problem for Hydrant Dude here. There he goes. Kind of. Hydrant Dude, are you tabbed in? Alright, well, we got some pieces falling. This is the Classic Tetris League, and I'm Arbaro. Not sure if I should stop it real quick. Hydrant Dude, go ahead and pause for like a second and then tab into NTC. It'll be fine. Because it looks like it was working really well previously. Looks like he's saying something. Well, we do see pieces falling on Hydrant Dude's side. We get an update every like 2 seconds. He's at 72,000 points. Maisie's at 97. There we go. All right. We're off and running now. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Now it is time to introduce the players. On the left side of your screen, out of the United States of America, a roller with the NTSC PB of 2.30 million. Currently number 25 on the premier poll of broadcasters and journalists. Known for having the first rollover, he's Hydrant Dude. And on the right side of your screen, out of the French Republic, a roller with an NTSC PB of 1.51 million, he's Maisie. As we are now 55 lines into our last Division 1A match of the season. Hydrant's at 237, Maisie 269, Hydrant a few lines in pocket. Might be because he had to resolve some technical issues, but we are off and running now. This is a match with some stakes here, as this will determine who ends up in the auto promo spot, sorry, the auto relegation spot, and in the playoff relegation spot. I think if Hydrant sweeps here, he will avoid the last place position, and Maisie will go down. If Maisie gets at least... Sorry, I'm a little gun shy. So Maisie beat Redshirt, so if Maisie gets at least 5 points, if Maisie gets, at least 5 points. So Maisie wins this one, then maybe Maisie is safe for another season. And Redshirt will have to play the playoff relegation spot. Pretty much tied up now, real time, 361 to 365. We are over halfway to 19, 85 lines in. This is the first ever meeting between these two players, if the Classic Tetris match database is to be believed. Because I'm sweating. Need a fan in here. I was worried it'll make too much noise, but I might go get it anyway after this match. Thank goodness. It's not that hot outside, it's just this apartment is a greenhouse. I feel like I complain about that every time I stream. Maybe I'll find something else to complain about. What's the deal about airline food? Over 100 lines in now. Hope players having a really good start. 476 to 481. Maisie, a couple complications on his stack. Hydrant needs a bar. Doesn't quite get it in time for the Vits. So he will also be digging a little bit. Maisie crosses over the 500,000 mark. Still 15 more lines until the transition. And looks like he will get clean. See if he decides to set up column. Ooh, nice flat burn. And he has a couple Lombard dependencies. Fills one of them in with a bar. Looks like he will get set up. Column 2. Has to block the well before the bar comes. So now we are over 120 lines in. Transition looming. 509 to 517 Lombard Tetris for Maisie goes up to 540. He'll try to get this well transferred over. Just wants a square. He will go in with a 543. Gets a couple squares. Fills out that left side nicely. And he is squeaky clean at the moment. Lombard Tetris for Hydrant. He's going to go into 19 with a 557. So he has a little bit of a real-time, maybe not a real-time lead, but the real-time lead is trading back and forth. Hope you all ready for the exciting conclusion of the Classic Tetris League regular season. Yet another one in the books. This venerable institution. It's now been going on for 29 seasons. Imagine. I've been involved for like, I don't know, where my first season. Maisie a little high. Maisie needs a J. Oh no, it's not gonna come. Maisie's gonna top out at 655, which means Hydrant Dude is good for game number 1. GG's. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, Maisie winning is fine. I feel like sometimes it's hard to keep in the back of your mind that I need a burn. Make sure my port doesn't get too high. It is so hard to thread that needle. Even if you get up to the higher levels like this one. Oh, Hydrant Dude, a little bit of an early Swiss cheese stack. There's a few holes in it. Top is leveled off. So he does have a well open. Maisie also kind of fighting against the RNG as we have a early drought here. Bar will come after 20 pieces. Maisie looks like he has 2 on the board. Hydrant fishing for his first. There it is, Lombard Tetris, 4 off the bottom. 41 to 74. Early going. Hydrant Dude still fighting against his stack here. Slowly but surely getting it down. We'll have a bar. Bar ain't really coming, so now it's moving back in the wrong direction. It's getting higher. It's getting higher. That's it. Hydrant Dude good to top out at 52,000 points. Maisie's good for game number 2. We're tied up 1 apiece. GG's. 2, 1, Tetris. And off and running. Hydrant Dude has a bit of a Lombard dependency early on. Going to get the bar to fill it, but it will result in a bit of a burn situation. Maisie flashing the thumbs up for his first Tetris. It's like, I love to score Tetrises. That's why I play Tetris. Feels nice when the bar results in points. 45 to 47. Both players 2 on the board, I believe. Maisie now has the fairly large Lombard dependency. Going to take a few burns. They're going to get a bar to help resolve it. And he's clean now. Hydrant drains a couple Tetrises, goes up by 44,000 points. We are still very early on. Is there anything I forgot to mention about these players? Talk about their previous season. I think I have the notes for that. Hopefully they're not wrong. Hydrant Dude got promoted last season. He went 4-1 in Division 2A to finish in first place. Maisie finished in 7th in Division 1B with a 1-6 record. I believe you had to survive a... Actually, let me double check that before I give you information that is wrong. Historical playoffs. Lombard Tetris for Maisie. Board was getting a little high, but not really dangerous. Hydrant Dude up by a Tetris and a half right now, 184 to 148. Classic Tetris League Season 28 playoffs. Yep, Maisie swept Doodle to stay in Division 1. Definitely wants to avoid the playoff relegation spot this time around, because it looks like, again, take this with a grain of salt, I am known to lie to people, but it looks like the playoff relegation spot for this division is going to be against Tetris Time, who is not an easy opponent, especially lately. 259 to 205. I'm kind of curious about that 1-2 playoff, like how frequently the Division 1 player versus the Division 2 player won. I feel like for the other tiers, it can be a little bit more of a crapshoot. Like I know, for example, Divisions 3 and 4 are kind of known for being pretty close to each other in terms of skill level. Simul Tetris. We're over halfway to 19 now, 335 to 299. Hydrant Dude holding on to a Tetris lead, Tetris and a half. He has a Lombard dependency column 1, but we'll fill it in. Still wants a J or something over there. Going to get a bar for the Tetris. Not really coming. Board having to get increasingly contorted. Bar will finally show up. But still, ends up just having to put a bar down his well for a double. Might set up 2 off the bottom here. No, he's going to go. I can't really escape bar dependenciesville. Not the sort of place you want to stick around as a Tetris player. Kind of a rough part of town. Maisie getting a little high, still clean. Just pushing the stack very, very high. He's going to take a few burns. He's actually going to catch up here. Hydrant Dude not quite set up. Long bar, but that's a triple. Next one will be a Tetris, but he's still digging. Can't quite keep his well reopened. Lombard Tetris for Maisie. That's going to take a definitive lead, though Hydrant does have a few lines in pocket. Still digging, though, so Maisie's next Tetris will firmly establish that lead, I would say. 427 to 387 as we inch closer to the transition here, and Hydrant Dude still just having issues with the left and right columns of his stack. And just like 1 bar dependency between the two, not 2. Let's take a triple. He's getting this thing down. Lombard Tetris for Maisie. He's taking full advantage. Looks like Maisie's board is moving in the... Sorry, Hydrant's move is... Hydrant move is boarding. Hydrant's board is moving in the correct direction. Gets the 5 tap of the bar. Maisie. Continuing Tetris now has a 6-figure lead. Lombard Tetris for Hydrant Dude. One more line until the transition. Looks like he's set up for it. Maisie's going to go in with a 543. Hydrant Dude just not getting the bar. He's going to go in with a 431. Just RNG has just been awful for him. And so we kind of go into another drought here, 28 pieces until the bar finally shows up. 578 from Maisie. Hydrant is still digging, 450. shaking his head, can't really do a whole lot. Maisie does have a bar dimension in column 1 now. And his board creeping up. Could be a little spicy for Maisie. He's handling it though. Like a bar. Gets it. Lombard dirty Tetris. A smile on his face. He feels like he got away with one a little bit, but he's getting the board down. Holding on to a 150,000 point lead. Hydrant dude's board finally getting down a bit as we're just about halfway through post. 480 to 657. Fredo and Lawless and Jordan in chat. Hello, how's it going? Rollers never die. Yeah, nice dig. Hydrant dude finally down and finally Tetrising, but Maisie has developed quite a bit of a lead here. 746 to 521. A 250,000 point difference. A few more birds from Hydrant dude. Gonna reopen that column 1 well. I'm gonna score. Hope you're all having a great day. As the last day of the CTL regular season is upon us. So we got a 2-match show for you this morning. Ronckley will be back with, I believe, 3 matches. Easy, big lead here. This Hydrant dude had a kind of a never-ending dig, a bit of a suffer game for him, but he's off. He's rolling. Anything could happen on 29. Bit of a misdrop up high from Maisie. He'll get a bar, he'll score. He's kind of put himself in a good position here. Both players level 28 now, and Maisie's still up by 300,000 points. Maisie has maxed out 10-15, so very solid game from him. Even without the additional context. Number Tetris for Maisie. Both players are in now. 774 for Hydrant dude. 1055 from Maisie. Maisie doesn't quite get that square over, but he's going to keep himself alive. Lombard dependency for Hydrant dude. Going to take a double. So both players keeping themselves alive. Both players trying to get out of this dig. Maisie doesn't quite get that L over, but the 5-tap of the bar will go. Hydrant dude really would love to get this down. He is down by, I guess the lead is a little bit smaller now. Both players surviving. We're now into level 31. But they can't really set up. A couple misdrops from Maisie. His board is creeping up. Gets another 5-tap with the bar. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It will not be. Maisie will top out at 1088. Hydrant dude, you are in a chase down. You need 1089 to take it. Alpha 89. Maisie shaking his head. Hydrant dude is getting clean here. This would be a chase down for the ages. Getting it plastered with the S is not really what he wants, but he's managing it. Lombard Tetris. Needs 5 more. Though you can cut into that with singles and doubles. But he's not really, he doesn't have a whole lot of room for it. He is up to level 34. So this will be tight. Doesn't hit the T-spin. He needs to get set up here. Reopening as well. We'll just have to burn it down. Up to 917, needs 1089. He's up to level 36. I don't know if he can get there. Well, the square is not what he wants to see. That's it. Hydrant dude's going to top out at 932. Good effort. But Maisie is going to take game number 3. GG's. That dig from Hydrant dude just ended up torpedoing his game. 2-1 Tetris. Got an L and a T to start us off. Hydrant dude's NTC is doing the thing, but we're getting more frames than we did last time, so I think it's fine. Yeah, okay, now it's smooth. Maisie. If he wins this one, he will guarantee another season up in Div 1. I believe his Div 1 stay It's now been 3 seasons. Let me double check that actually. That'll be a fun thing to know. I always think of like more things that would be a good thing to like do research into. There's the Vits for Hydrant. Well, during the match, it's just kind of like, I have questions about this, and now I can look for the answers, but I'm currently commentating. How long has Maisie been in Div 1? It's 18, we can go check. He's in Division 1B in season 28. I don't see him in season 27. 144 for Hydrant Dude, 130 for Maisie. Smallish lead for Hydrant Dude. Still pretty early on. He played level season 26. Got an 8th place out of 9. I don't see him level season 25. This is a little... I'll look at it later. Jordan said, it's just 18, famous commentator curse strategy. And what could possibly go wrong on level 18? 262 to 206. Hydrant Dude, please do not prove me right here. Or prove Jordan right. There we go. Lombard Tetris, he escapes it. There's another one. Kind of another bit of a Lombard dependency column 1. That's how he got himself in trouble last game, but it looks like it won't be as big of a deal this time around. It's 18. Time to not pay attention to the game. That's a bad strategy. Hydrant Dude up by 62,000 points here, so he's developed a bit of a lead. I think Maisie's been getting into little digs here and there. Or maybe he got a big dig that I missed when I was trying to figure out how many seasons he's been in Div 1. He doesn't play every season, but he plays a lot of them. Currently getting droughted. High for getting droughted. Lombard Tetris has a glacial lake, so he will only get a double with that bar. Looks like Maisie's happy to get another Tetris 2 off the bottom. Nice job keeping his keeping his board in a good state for the perfect wall transfer. Naturally, that was not a perfect wall transfer. He had to take a double, but besides, okay. Convenient wall transfer. Efficient wall transfer. There we go. Lombard Tetris for Hydra Dude opts not to go for the S spin. It's a J almost immediately, so it ended up being a good decision. A nice tuck setup for the L Lombard Tetris. Holding on to his lead here, 464 to 405. 110 lines in. Hydrant Dude a little bit of a slowdown. Gets the bar for the dependency. And there we go. Out of it, both players about to transition. 8 lines for Hydrant Dude, 2 lines for Maisie now. Here we go. Maisie will go in with a 522. Hydrant goes in with a 563. We're off and running in post. Maisie grimacing a little bit. We'll have to take a little bit of a dig here. Doesn't really want to. He's currently 2.5 Tetrises behind. Not a huge lead, but not a small one either. The Lombard Tetris for Maisie. He's gotten himself clean. Hydrant will fire back. 663 to 604. I'm a little surprised these players have never met. They've both been playing Tetris for a very long time. Hydrant was actually the first player to roll over. I think you know that. Hydrant's board is in trouble, though. Lombard Tetris is going to get it down. But it will result in a dig. And Maisie is chipping away at that lead. It's down to 56,000 points. There's another Tetris for Maisie, 729 for him, 765 for Hydrant Dude. Hydrant Dude, not a great Z piece, but he is closer to getting out of this dig. Just needs a little bit of cooperation from RNG. Not a lot, but just more than he's getting right now. We'll finally get it down. He's clean. Bit of a mistrip there from Maisie, so this could be a little spicy. Here's something to that left side. Board falling apart here. Right side blocked off. That's it. Maisie going to top out at 761. Hydrant Dude is good for game number 4. We're going into a decider. GG's. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Got a Z and a bar to start us off for this decider. Will Maisie be guaranteed another season in Division 1? Will he have to go through Tetris time to claim the right? Both players will take advantage of the first bar to score. Hydrant with the T-spin setup, gets the T, nails it. Does have a bar dependency though, so that means he will take the first burns of the game. Maisie has a little bit of a awkward middle, so he will also be entering a bit of a sequence here. A little bit of a last minute adjustment for that bar. Could have been pretty gnarly, but Maisie gets it scooted over to the right place. Lombard Tetris. Maisie with a hole in his stack. Both players the same number of Tetrises on the board. 20 lines in, 78 to 76. Maisie's just going to set up dirty here. And he'll go to bar and he'll get it. Hydrant was just promoted, but I know he's been in Div 1 before, but I'd have to probably look back over the course of CTL history. Could be wrong, but I'd be surprised if he's never been up. Long storied career. Of course, he is a CTM champion. And Maisie's left side looking a little spicy here. Needs some pieces for it. Love a bar. Doesn't get it in time. Maisie's in trouble. Gets the 5 tap of the J. He's getting it down. There we go. Looked like he was going to be thrown right back in it for a second, but he got a timely L, able to open things up for the bar. It looks like he will survive. Don't want to speak too soon, but he's going to get his well open. Lombard Tetris. Great dig from Maisie. Hydrant has taken advantage. He's going to resolve a little bit of a dig himself. Lombard Tetris goes up to 248, 167 for Maisie, just about halfway to 19. Maisie trying hard to avoid the Lombard dependency, ends up having to give in, but bar does come pretty quickly. Hydrant dude. Lombard Tetris, 6-figure lead for him at the moment. Getting a few awkward pieces, but if he gets the pieces, no, they continue to be awkward. So you will go into a dig. I don't think that's what he wanted to do with that square. Lombard Tetris, Hydrant dude, going to give himself some breathing room. Oof. Another kind of square doesn't quite get all the way over. Nice T-spin. That'll help him get out of this burn. Maisie is clean and eating into this lead. It's down to 2.5 Tetrises. 85 lines in for Hydrant dude, 346 to 286. A little bit of a drought. Ooh, nice pullback from Maisie. Maisie, all these little adjustments whenever he sees he's getting a L or a J. There we go. Adjust for the 5 and below. Kind of, you know, once you start doing them, you're like, you know what? This is fun. I want to keep doing it. I don't know if it's the best move, but it's, you know, it's what I want to do. He will get the square for the tuck. Hydra dude is more or less out of it, building one off the bottom. He's going to get a bar. He's going to score. He's holding on to a bit of a lead here, 409 to 367. But it is definitely much closer than it was just a moment ago. We are 114 lines in, equal line count for both players. Simul Tetris with the same bar in the sequence. So we got ourselves a close one for the decider. Really anyone's game. This has been a very even match. Also had some 209 play earlier. Very fun. Jordan's saying the hardest part of using adjustments is using them when they're actually the best move rather than any time possible. Yeah, the problem with adjustments is that they're fun. So you want to overuse them. Hydra dude goes in with a 506. Maisie goes in with a 464. As many Vits addicts, yeah, will tell you. Vits is just like one of those that's just like visually popping, you know? Like, it's fun to watch beautiful Tetris, but it's often not optimal Tetris. Oh, bit of a misdrop there from Hydrant. And we are pretty much equal on score. Maisie has taken a real-time lead. It's only 800 points. He's going to have to take a double, getting a bunch of squares for his square dependencies. Now he's set up. Hydra dude also almost out of his situation. But Maisie's going to get a Tetris, take the lead. It's also just as a commentator, right? Like you see an adjustment and you're like, ooh, fancy. It's nice. But like, you know, I'm watching 2 Tetris games at a time. I'm a 900k DAS player, right? I mean, that's kind of thing I'll keep playing and try to keep improving, and hopefully that will positively affect my ability to commentate. Maisie a little high. Hydrant's a little high. Both players not really dangerous. But they're going to get Tetris. They're going to keep themselves in the game here. And Maisie now with a 2.5 Tetris lead. 691 to 615. Maisie just been able to keep clean in the later half of 18 and in post. It's paying off. Dude, Lombard, I don't know if that was a Tetris, but he will have to take a few more burns. Lombard Tetris for Maisie has a dependency in the middle of his stack, but the J will come. Sorry, L will come. How many times this stream have I messed up J and L? Please don't count. Maisie now with a couple Lombard dependencies gets a bar for one of them. The other one will result in a dig, hopefully a small dig, and it's going to be a triple, so he will get out of it pretty quickly. Hydra dude will score. I don't know how much he actually cut into the lead. I don't think there were a lot of bars in that sequence, though. Maisie right back in it. Maisie a little more in it than he wants to be. Doesn't get that J over. Maisie in trouble. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Maisie's gonna top out at 777. Hydrant dude, you are in a chase down. You need 778 to take it. 778 for the set. Kingsman's saying we will add that to your performance review. Thank you. Kingsman's about to fire me. Kingsman's gonna like chase me out of CTL offices with a broom. Hydrant dude gets a Tetris. He's gonna take the game and the set. GG's. Congrats, Hydrant, ending this season on a high note. So, sorry, Maisie, he will have to play Tetris time to keep a spot in Div 1A, but great set from both players. GG's. Let's do the winner scene so that Kingsman doesn't get too mad at me. Sitting down to CTWC bronze. I'm gonna do like the... Anyway, it's not about me, it's about Hydrant dude. Congratulations. GG's. And good luck next season. Hope to see you around soon. I don't know if you're going to CTWC, but it'd be great to see you there too.